Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the race that wasn't supposed to be recorded. So the only reason that I recorded this race was because of what actually happens at the end. So let's get into it. So I'll give you a little rundown on what happened during qualifying. It's terrible. Absolutely terrible. So bad, I get disqualified from qualifying. So first thing, I go wide through the end of the carousel. So I go wide here. So that's an off track. It's one. And then coming up here, I go off track and spin. So that's another two. So I'm up to 3 incident points already. Okay, fine. Whatever. Reset the car. Get back in. Okay. Let's get out there. Let's get a lap down so that I don't end up hating myself.
All clear. Push now.
And that was pretty quick, but I'll show you. So, real time. I come out and I bin it. So, qualifying completely over. Like, disqualified over. And here I am sitting here with the headset on thinking, did I just get disqualified from the race too? Like, I've never been disqualified from qualifying before. So that was a new one. So I was like, huh, okay then. Let's wait and see if we can actually get into the race. So then, we all get to the grid. I'm like P13 out of, I think 17 or 18 cars. So, car number 7 starting P13. Not very good. But, we'll skip through a little bit of the pace lap. Okay, so, coming around the last 2 corners. Coming around for the start of the race, and it gets a little funky because like the guys up front don't really go, but it accordions up, and then it's like, oh, okay, now we're going. But not a terrible start. A little cautious because I really don't want to die. Because like, this whole race was just meant to. I forgot about that. This whole race was only meant to try and get me better safety rating. That was about it. So then we have the blue Lambo get wide. Like, I mean real wide. Smacks the grass on the inside and just bins it. So there's one. One down. Then these two up at the front. Let's see if I can change to a different camera to be able to see them or not. Then they get into something up here, and they spin off and destroy each other. So I've gained a couple positions coming down the hill, and I'm like, okay, we're just gonna go with it. Gonna absolutely roll with it, and whatever happens, happens. Picked up a couple freebies. Things are going good. And so we're coming down, trying to do this quickly so that it's not a super long video. But another guy just spins off. He just sort of, he stuffs another lamp, or he stuffs another Ferrari. This Ferrari stuffs this Ferrari, and then just goes off. And there I go. So I'm up to what? P6? 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm up to P5. It's lap 2. No, it's still lap 1. Lap 1, and I'm up to P5 for P13. Not bad. Not a bad race so far. P5 or P6, one of the two. So I can't really complain because it's going good. It's going actually pretty good. There are a couple moments where it's not the greatest, and I get a little squirrely here and there, but overall, good first lap, good opening lap. No problems for me, everything's seemingly going well. Going good. I can't remember what happens to the Audi and the Ferrari. Oh, this Lambo decides, okay, lap 2, coming into lap 2. He's thinking, okay, I'm going to send it into T1. Fine. Valid option. But as he does so, he forgets how to brake. And so I have to cut it a little tighter than I usually would. Like usually I'd run out to the outside curb. But with our friend Mr. Lamborghini, I had to cut her a little tighter. And this Lamborghini here, the one behind me, we ended up battling for pretty much the rest of the race. Like it was good. So I'm up to okay, I was P6, up to P5. Coming down the back straight, or the middle straight, I guess you could call it. And so, just like I said, trying to just keep her clean, keep my nose out of anything, and just rack up some safety rating. Oh, that's right. This happens directly in front of me. So we're gonna... So then, coming through T5, T6, this happens. And just absolute carnage. Like, I mean, gone. So I'm up to P2 now. So we've just net 3 places. I'm like, okay, I'm P2. I can accept that. Like, I'm completely fine finishing the race right here. At that point, I sort of thought that the leader was gone. Just long gone. He's way up the road. I'll never catch him. Never catch him. But, lo and behold, me being one who's like, oh, I'll never win, it's fine. I think he ends up going wide through Canada. Was it this lap or was it next lap? I think it's next lap. Sorry, spoiler. But we will skip forward a little bit so that I'm not rambling too much. But lap 2, fairly eventful. Had like 3 people die in front of me, and just not a terrible second lap, but decent. Get a little tight on this corner on T1, or T1. Scared myself because I thought I got a 1x there, but I didn't. I do get one 1x this race. A singular 1x. It sort of sucks because it would have been nice to not get the 1x. And it's in a spot where you probably shouldn't have gotten the 1x anyways, because it's sort of a stupid spot. But, like I said, the leader's still a good, like, 5 seconds up the road. 5 seconds plus. So I'm thinking, okay, fine. It's lap 3. I'm just gonna stick it out. This Lambo was keeping me honest, that's for sure. He was keeping me on my toes. But good battling, so everything's going good. Coming through the carousel. I don't remember where he goes off. Is it this lap? Yes, it is this lap. So, static, no. Go chase cam. So you can tell our fearless leader goes off through Canada Corner. So I'm like, okay, win is possible. I'm not thinking, yeah, I've got this in the bag. Win is possible. Absolutely possible at this point. So I'm just going to stay in chase cam. At least for a good while. So, don't forget that our buddy Lamborghini back here is still there. So it's a BMW, a Mercedes, and a Lamborghini 1, 2, 3. 3 different manufacturers, 3 different teams, all 1, 2, 3. So pretty much like how actual GT3 racing is half the time these days. Because there's so many different manufacturers in GT3 IMSA racing, at least these days, which is cool. So I just want to see Aston Martin come. Oh yeah, so I challenged for the lead. And this is some tight racing. I'll let this go full screen. Some decent racing through T5, T6. Like, it's just back and forth. But that's what I love about iRacing, is it's as close as you're ever going to get to actual racing. So it's one of those where it's really cool to look at it and be like, okay, this is what close racing is, and especially with the VR headset, that's such a good investment. This is a terrible camera angle. That was weird. But it's stacked 1, 2, 3. Like, we were all within about a second and a half of each other for probably a good 2 or 3 laps. Just good, tight, clean racing. Like, just as perfect as it could have been. So then, I can't remember where. Oh yeah, he takes me coming down the main stretch. So, he's got to run on me, the Lambo's got to run on me, and it's pretty much one of those where I'm like, okay, you've got me right now. I'll let you take it. You guys go up there, you guys fight, and I'll pick up the pieces. Seems fine. I'm still on the podium, still doing good. The BMW's gotten away a little bit, but not terrible. I don't really want to fight too much because fighting ends up losing us time, so the less time we lose, the better off we are. I can tell that P4 was like another 3.5 seconds back or something like that. So this is the battle for the win, obviously. And let's just keep it clean, keep going. I think this might have been the lap that I got the 1X. But the Lamborghini absolutely just duking it out with BMW. And, yep. So that little wheel dip, that right there, was the only 1X I got the entire race. Which is good. It's great. Absolutely wonderful. Out of some of the races I've had recently, that's an achievement in itself, let alone the win. So I'm ecstatic. I am through the roof that I actually got the win. Few and far between. I will completely agree that This probably won't happen again for quite a while. But it's good to win one. But like I said, that Lamborghini is quick. And BMW is also quick. But my Mercedes, she may be a brick, but she's a beautiful brick. I really need to hit up like Tom Livery or somebody and get an actual livery for the Mercedes. Like, I like the Black Falcon paint, don't get me wrong. It's a great looking paint. It's nice to run. But this car is the OG. Like, this is the first car I ran other than the Mazda. Other than the Global Mazda, this was the first car I ran. Because after I got out of D-Class, got into C. IMSA was C-Class at that point. And IMSA was running the Mercedes-Benz. So, this was my first car outside of the base cars. So this car has a special spot for me. It sucks that it's not running in IMSA right now because of the Lambo, and I think it's the BMW actually. Can't remember what the other one that's actually running in IMSA is right now. But still duking it out. Still within a second and a half gap between the first three runners. So we're all in draft of each other. Go a little bit wide on this run of the carousel. Oh, yep, that's right. The Lambo tucks inside on the end of the carousel just a little bit. Keeps her going, but I catch up a little bit from that. But like I said, this was an absolute blast to race. Like, I love Road America, I love Road Atlanta. They're both great tracks. They're both complex in their own right. I ran that IMSA race earlier on today, so it was fun. But there's something about GT cars. Like, I love prototypes. I love the LMP2. And if I can ever race ESS, I will race the LMP1. Mark my words. I will race the LMP1. But I gotta figure out why I can't get into ESS. If you guys have ever come across the... Oh, Lambo takes the lead for a little bit here. If you guys have ever come across the error code 22 can't load sim or something to that extent, it's the error code 22. That's the only category that I have raced or tried to race. I actually have raced it once because it's on my profile. I raced ESS once, week 1. So I don't know if it's a safety rating restriction item because my safety rating's not very good right now. But, oh, yep, that's right. Sorry, I was yapping. We'll go chase cam. So we're coming through T5, T6. And Lambo gets a little bit of a jump. Okay. Breaking up a little bit. And then he ruins it. I don't know if he just missed his braking point. Oh yeah, brake just coming up and over the hill. Looped it. Oops. So, back up to second. Like I was saying, I don't get why I can't get into ESS. It is quite weird. But, so be it, I guess. Hopefully that, maybe it's just, because this is the first season that I've had the A license. I wonder if that's part of it. Like, this is the first season, my safety rating dropped a little bit. So I don't know if that's what it was or not. I don't know what this BMW was doing, by the way. Like, he had some pretty jerky movements every once in a while. So I don't know why. but it was just something that was a little peculiar. But yeah, if you guys know how to fix a error code 22, like I've deleted the cars file. Yep. And that was sort of what sealed it, was that mistake right there. This corner right here is one of my most hated corners on this entire trek, because it's off camber, it's up the hill, and if you catch too much of the curb on either the entrance or the exit side, you spin. And that's what happened in my other, the VRS Sprint that you guys saw earlier in the week. It's exactly what happened. Again. But I've gotten better at it. You sort of just, you coast through it a little bit. But our BMW friend misses his braking point, keeps it almost on track, but I have just inherited the lead, and by a decent margin. Like, I mean, that's, I think it was a good 3.5 seconds. 3.5 seconds from P1 to P2. And at this point, I'm like, don't mess up. Don't mess up. Whatever you do, don't mess up. This is your one shot at getting a win. Doesn't matter if it's bottom split. It doesn't matter if it's a fixed race. None of that matters. It's a win. A win is a win. So, that's right. The Ferrari actually beat the BMW. The Ferrari passed it, so not bad. But I will. I'll just let the last 2 laps sort of speak for themselves. And with that, let's get to the results. Oh my god. So, bottom split, but I don't care. We gained 0.14 on the safety rating and a whopping 91 on the I rating. I'm speechless. Like, I came into this race thinking, okay, I'm just going to do a GT3 fixed. Whatever. We'll just do something to sort of round out the night. And get into qualifying. And like I said at the beginning, I disqualified in qualifying. I DQ'd qualifying because I spun twice and went off track. So just think what would have happened if I actually qualified. Like, I started 13th and just weave through the field. So I'm speechless. Like, this is the luck that I get sometimes. Sometimes it's good. For the past like week and a half, it's been terrible. But it's races like this. Like, I was only a 10th off of the fastest lap time for the entire field. That makes me happy. So I was the biggest winner with 91. The biggest loser was Matt Castle with a minus 95. Well, I guess this just shows that I can't record races without, or I can't race races without recording them, because this is going to be the first one I've ever recorded from the review. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this one. Please smack that like rating, because you know you want to. You know you want to support the guy who's gotten his first win ever in all of iRacing, because he was just trying to cool down and gain some safety rating for the week. So hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Don't forget to like, subscribe, smack the little bell icon to see more videos just like this. See me either grumble because I've done terrible, or be absolutely awestruck because I actually won one. So I hope you guys enjoyed this one, and I will talk to you in the next one. See ya.